Oh, it's doing the thing. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spilling the Tea with Susie. I'm Susie. This is Holly. She is our very special guest tonight. Say hello.
Hi.
I like your background. What is that? Is that a curtain?
It is a curtain. Yeah, I got it off of what's that site, like Redbubble, and somebody like drew it, and I got a print of it on like a giant curtain.
That's really cute. I love it. Wait. Okay, Southern Sleuth just came in and said, "Listen to me." I'm scared. Okay, I'm listening.
Oh, that's so rude.
My phone alarm did not go off to send in my questions. That's so rude. Okay, you can send them here. That is totally fine. Okay, well, anyway, this is Spilling the Tea with Susie. It is a totally normal and fun show, in which I have really super cool guests, and they answer our ridiculous questions. So let's get started. Holly, are you ready?
I hope so.
I hope so too. All right. Let's see here. Do you have your Owella on you? What's in it?
It's Diet Pepsi. It is 9 p.m. where I am, but I need to be awake for the rest of the show, so.
I mean, whatever works. No, she messaged me today, guys. This is the sketchiest freaking thing. She messages me and she says, "Is it okay if I drink during the stream?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And she's like, "By the way, not alcohol." Oh my goodness. I just I loved that so much. She's one of my faves. So, okay, we're gonna get into some questions. Alright. I feel like this must be an inside joke that I don't understand, but the first question is from Maggie, who wants to know if you are door dashing breadsticks after this.
So, I think this started on Utterly Rude stream, and it was something where either they or I or somebody mentioned Pizza Hut breadsticks, and now anytime that I end up on like Mio or Utterly Rude or anybody's chat and somebody says Pizza Hut, breadsticks at my door, 20 minutes. I have no restraint, none.
That's not a bad thing. I see nothing wrong here. At all.
You guys know the trick now. You just have to say Pizza Hut, and I'll send you a picture. I'll be like, "Look, they're here."
Pizza Hut. Let's see if she gets breadsticks at any point during this stream. All right. Okay, Morgan sent in her first question. Out of all the fake books you made, which one do you want created the most?
I mean, Ghost Lilos. It has to be Ghost Lilos of Moonlight, because then we'd have a bunch of Lilos running around. So I feel like that's an easy one.
That is an easy one. I love Lilo. I feel like my claim to fame is that I've met Lilo in person.
That's a high-ranking celebrity.
I know, right? I'm right up there with the people that I interview now because I met Lilo. Oh, so good. She also wants to know, same question but with the theme park post.
Ooh. That's a good question. Honestly, the only one coming to mind right now is the Dead Mom Emotional Roller Coaster, which is a terrible answer. But
that's a really bad answer.
It's literally the only one I can remember from what I did. I'm blanking on everything else right now, so I apologize.
Amazing. Her next question in the chat is, which Taylor Swift song is next to remix?
that's gonna take a little bit of thought. I do have a Taylor Swift songs Nancy Drew game analysis that I've been kind of working on, hinted at it in a story at one point, and
Yes, I've
it's
been waiting.
coming, so that's
I've been waiting for that. Very, very patiently, might I add.
I was all like ready to run with it, and then I filmed it, and then I watched it, and I was like, I sound just not okay. Like I'm just like saying
like word
words
vomit.
and getting so excited, and I'm like, it's actually this is this, and
That
I
sounds
look like
great.
The guy with the board in the like
the
clip from
with all the red string. I want to see that version of the video.
We'll put that behind a paywall.
She's like, this is my members only content. No, but really save it because I want to see it. So when you hit the ability to have members only content, you let me know.
It'll be video number 1.
I'm gonna be over here with my credit card. Oh my goodness. Okay, her next question. Do you want to collab with her making Funko Pop Guess Who This Nancy Drew character is, like your post?
Ooh, now we're talking. I like it.
I'll let you guys handle your business together. If you had to choose between meeting Morgan and meeting Lilo, who would you choose? That's evil, Morgan.
But I feel like that's like a package deal.
I know.
Do I have to pick?
I think you do.
My gut is saying Lilo, so I apologize.
Cold. And then if you had to replace Nancy with someone else from the games to become the new main character, who would it be and why? She says that was a cop-out answer, by the way.
I feel like a legitimate answer would be George, because like I feel like she's got the mindset, enough of the confidence, like just enough experience from having been in the general Nancy sphere, but yeah, safe answer.
Okay, safe answer. Not the most entertaining answer, because the entertaining answer would be Brady Armstrong. I'm kidding. Alright. Next question. What's your favorite Nancy Drew book?
Ooh. Is that like the full,
I think,
spectrum of all of them, or the 56?
They were very vague. So I think it means the full spectrum of everything, but if you have a specific answer for each series, you are welcome to go off on like a deep dive.
So my like original Nancy introduction was the Girl Detective series, which apparently nobody likes, but I also love Midnight in Salem and nobody likes that, so I don't have taste.
Let's talk about that later.
Yeah, I read the Girl Detective series like I was at the bookstore the day they were released, and everybody was like, why are you lining up? Nobody's gonna buy this out from under you. It's not like a bestseller. And I was like, everybody out of my way. And I especially like there was, I think, 3 or 4 crossovers with the Hardy Boys series, like that they were doing parallel at that point in time. And Terror on Tour was the first one, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, or it's one of the first few ones anyway. Okay. And it was one of those ones that just weirdly sticks with you. Like I could tell you most of what happened in that, and I actually listened to Hot Pennies and Bento Box, Ray and Victoria's podcast. They covered it, and it was all like, I was like, oh my gosh, I do remember this like perfectly. So it's just one of those books you read as a kid that just stays with you.
That's really cool. I love that they did. I haven't gotten to listen to that episode, so I'll have to listen to that one. It sounds like fun. Oh no, Morgan's back with another question. If you had to swap faces with a Nancy Drew character, just faces, who would it be and why?
It would be Daryl from Secrets Can Kill Remastered, so that I could be in one of her posts. Because then she'd be like, whose face is this? It's always the same answer, so I get to be in the post.
I think that now that you've said that Morgan needs to do one of those posts, and it's just your face, and she's like, what Nancy Drew character is this? Just kidding, it's Holly!
Send her a bunch of selfies to work with.
Not Carter saying Fatima. Unhinged. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's our next question? I'm searching, hold on. I'm really bad at this. If you could have one item from the Nancy Drew games in real life, what would it be?
My urge is to say pocket butter, but I don't.
You could have pocket butter.
We can have pocket butter, that's true, I suppose. There's nothing stopping me from going to the fridge right now and just pocket butter.
Cutting off a little pat of butter and putting it in your pocket.
I know what I'm doing after.
Oh my word. But actually, is your real answer pocket butter?
I just feel like that's the answer. Anytime somebody asks an item question, it's just like pocket butter. I feel like anything from like Treasure in the Royal Tower, because like the medallions or the stainless, like those just so pretty. Everything in the library like is just so like artsy and beautiful. So something like that I could like put on my wall or a shelf or something.
Yeah, that is so valid and true. Tori, by the way, said that she would face swap with Yuri the cat.
I love that. That is a stellar answer.
Oh my god. Morgan says, give us your most unhinged Daryl face.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like if I do, she's gonna immediately like screen grab it.
I know. Well, here's her next one. Text or message anyone from the Clue Crew, and if they answer you in 5 minutes, I will make a post of just your face on 5 characters, and no one but this chat will know, and I will post it April 1st. I feel like you should accept this challenge.
Okay.
But you can't text anybody from this chat.
That's who's all in chat? I gotta make sure that I'm not cheating here.
Don't text Morgan, obviously. Carter, Tori, Maggie's here. America is here. If anybody else is here, they haven't chatted. So.
I'm gonna roll with that.
In case anybody's curious, I am chowing down on pecans right now because I love pecans.
And I am deathly allergic to them, so it's a good thing this is virtual.
Oh my god, I would have killed my guest. Wow.
I've sent my message, so we will see how this goes. Morgan, start your timer.
Oh my gosh, who did you choose?
I've messaged Celeb.
Let's see. Alright. Which Nancy Drew character do you think forgets to brush their teeth? Morgan, you are really reaching for questions.
She's just on fire.
Literally.
Forgets to brush their... That is a very specific question. I'm gonna go with Joseph, because he's just not, just, older, forgetful, little, not totally present in the present.
There's definitely some mental health issues there. Millie? No. Henrik, he can't remember to do such things.
That is the right answer. That would, yeah.
You're
okay.
right.
Yeah.
I think Tori got it. Okay, next question. Yumi's not, because she's no longer a Carter! Uncool. Uncool. Alright. This next question, you're gonna know immediately who it is. Hold on, somebody's calling me? Who is calling me? My husband is calling me? Hold on, let's answer my husband's phone call. Hello? Yes, I'm streaming. Okay. Yes, I want a milkshake. Where are you going? Get me vanilla, please, small. With a cherry, please. Okay, I love you. I will see you soon with my milkshake. Okay, hey viewers, my husband says hi. And that you guys should all go follow his band on Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
You can tell him I already do, and I deserve kudos for that.
Oh, did you hear that? My guest already does follow you. I'll tell her. Bye, I love you. He says you should be streaming the crap out of his song when they release it next week.
I will add it to my to-do list.
Milkshakes for everyone, Jackson Carter. Oh, I wish he could bring us all one. Susie's milkshake brings all the glue crew to the yard. No, I really have to have...
Celeb message me.
Wait, what?
Or there's a slight delay. I'm not trying to talk over you.
No, you're good, you're good.
I got a message from Celeb while you were on the phone.
Oh,
is that,
I think that was within your countdown too, right? Morgan? She's ready. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. I don't remember what was happening before my husband called, but I'm getting milkshakes, so.
I'm getting Pizza Hut.
Which Nancy Drew character would you replace with a milkshake? Oh, Morgan. Any. Oh my word. How great is that? Send me a clear picture of your face looking straight forward, says Morgan.
Let me see if I can...
There's specific requests here.
The left right on the video freaking me out, but Morgan, I will get you a picture.
There you go. There you go. So my chat is over here, so whenever I'm looking over here, I'm looking at chat. Whenever I'm looking over here, I'm looking at you. Oh no, hold on. My son is here. Okay. The next question is, lemurs, JK, what's a silly thing that brings you joy? And you may answer that. It's not storming while I get my kid back into bed.
I feel like I should, like, I don't know how to take over the controls here. I don't understand Streamlabs yet, but I will answer the question. Silly things that bring me joy. I mean, I kind of just want to say, like, the Nancy community, but it's not, like, silly per se, but it's like it's just talking about like the weird little points, like the very specific stuff. Like when I get to talk about like the thing I did with the items, that how they get picked up and how they get used in the first few games, or this insane thing that I'm working on with like all of this Taylor Swift album is this game in my head. Like it's just fun to get to like, you have the thoughts that bounce around in your brain and then you just get to actually share them.
I have no idea what you just said.
It was basically like being part of the Nancy community, because this is like,
oh yeah,
I don't want to call it silly because I know the word silly was used, but it's like, it's the thing that I get to do. Like I log off work and I go on Twitch or YouTube or Instagram or whatever and do like silliness with you guys, and it's just wonderful.
I love that so much. Okay, chat had some fun while I wasn't looking. Okay, Carter's answer to the replacing a character with a milkshake was Lulu. Imagine taking that curtain off and the thing making all that noise was a milkshake. If you like a thick milkshake, Alec, because of those biceps. Now, Tori has this question figured out. Okay, your next question is, besides celeb, who is the last Clue Crew person you searched on Instagram?
It's usually just the streaming schedule from Morgan.
That's a good answer. She'll love that.
Oh, actually, it was America this time.
Ah, America is here. Hello, America. Morgan says, which Nancy Drew character wet the bed the longest? She's really reaching tonight for questions.
This is I would expect nothing less from Morgan, but also this is great. Okay. Really makes you think.
Really does.
Well,
oh, Carter says it was Clue Crew streaming for him that his last that he looked up. He's mine.
Because I see it in the morning when it loads, like on my feed when I'm scrolling, and then I don't retain any of the information, and then in the evening I'm like, oh wait, I know there's somebody online right now.
My last Clue Crew person that I looked up was Colorable Art. If you guys know Emma, she's amazing.
That I haven't actually like sat down and like printed or like done any of them, but I just keep looking at them and they're so cool.
They're so good. She's so talented. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Hold on. What is your go-to order for Pizza Hut?
It has to involve breadsticks. But then it depends on what the current like box deal is. They do the thing where they stack like 3 pizza boxes in a larger box. But you can like swap, like you can get a pizza, a thing of breadsticks, and then the bottom is either like wings or fries or something, but like they switch it up every so often. So I'm flexible as long as there are breadsticks included and it's, some sort of promotional thing happening.
Sounds good.
I'm very specific.
I love a thin crust pizza. Which Nancy Drew game would you give to your enemy if you had to get them one? And we all know it's not Midnight in Salem, so...
My urge is to say Shattered Medallion, but I haven't replayed that one as a like current adult person in like several years. So it's an easy out. But it's definitely not Midnight in Salem. We all know where I stand.
Okay. I think we have to talk about Midnight in Salem. I don't even know what to ask. So why don't you just go?
Like the question you want to ask, you can't use those words on stream. Okay, so two-part answer.
Okay.
I don't know where my camera. One, I have shared with a few people, so if you've heard this one,
Suck it up and keep listening.
Apologies.
She
So
says
I bought
apologies
Midnight
my
in Salem
word.
when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
My speakers are all screwed up. I bought Midnight in Salem when it came out in 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And couldn't run it. Didn't have the right laptop. Nobody did, as far as I know. And then I bought it again in 2020 at the start of the pandemic because I couldn't get access to the old copy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, pandemic, what else am I going to do? Still couldn't get it to run. It was slightly further, but it was still super laggy.
Mm-hmm.
So flash forward, spring 2021, I buy it for a third time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I need to play this.
Yeah.
And I got my wisdom teeth removed. That's the whole answer, actually, at this point. I had my wisdom teeth removed, and while I was recovering, I played the game. So that's probably why I enjoyed it, because I was still very much...
So what you're saying is that Midnight in Salem is better than having your wisdom teeth removed. Which I absolutely agree with. Sorry, go ahead.
The second half of my answer is that like 2020, 2021, those were not awesome times for most people. I was not having an awesome time. Yeah. And that like week where I was off work and I was drinking milkshakes, funnily enough. That's what I remember. It was a bunch of milkshakes in Midnight in Salem. And it felt like, in the cheesiest way possible, coming home.
Oh,
which
I love that.
It's not home in the sense that it doesn't look anything like the original, run, right. But it was still familiar and just sitting there with my computer like I did when I was like 10, 12, that was like this amazing little bubble in like a not so great time. So I have just like fond memories of it.
That is absolutely great. I love that.
I'm scared to replay it now because everyone's like, it's the worst. And I'm like,
okay,
if I actually like judge this.
Yeah, that's not fair though, because when we say that it's the worst, what we're saying is it's not Curse of Blackmore Manor when we were 11. I feel like that is, or at least that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad game by like, I just found this random mystery game made by an indie company on Steam randomly on like that's like, if that was the metric, that's a great game. However, if the metric is I played Shadow Ranch at a time when it became a core memory for me, I was like 8 years old and it like changed my life forever, it's where my lore started, that's when Midnight in Salem is not the greatest. I know that's what I'm saying. I don't know about anybody else. People can hate it, of course, all they want. I think that it's a good game. But yeah, there's absolutely like there's no reason to be ashamed of liking it. Yeah, Kelsey in chat says, I don't hate it. There you go. love that. No, it's a good game, and I love that you love it. And I love that lots of people love it. Like, truly, so many people love it. I've said this several times before on my channel, but because I help run the Nancy Drew group on Facebook, I get to see all of the people's answers to the questions like to get into the group. And one of the questions you have to answer to get into the group is, what's your favorite Nancy Drew game? And a lot of people will say Midnight in Salem, or now Mystery of the Seven Keys, because they are completely brand new to the series, have only played the latest game, and they're like, this is great, let's see what else is out there, and then they end up in our little worlds, you know? It's a great game. It is. It's just not what we had when we were in elementary school.
Valid.
Yeah. Maggie says it's definitely a lot better than dental surgery. It's not my bottom range Nancy Drew game. Time is allowing me to become more forgiving of mid, says Charity. Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the first part of that.
Charity says time is allowing me to become more forgiving of mid.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I like it too. I like it too. Alrighty. Let's get back to the cues. When is the next batch of pro Frank Hardy memes coming out?
I'm glad I have a brand. I'm here for a couple of things. That is most of it.
Her musings are, in fact, very niche. We had to say it once.
I need to like that audio clip if I ever start streaming. Just that little sound bit that you just did there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like actual legitimate answer, have not been super. I don't want to say inspired, because like I have like a whole list of like weird things I wish to create in Canva, but just nothing in the scheduled post queue right this second. So
well, maybe you need to start
around.
thinking about it, is what this person's saying. Oh, that's great. Okay, now next question is probably a story time. How did you get into Nancy Drew games, and what was your first game?
So first game was Haunted Carousel, and it came in one of those games for girls, like 4 or 5 pack. There was like a horse game, and I didn't play any of the other ones. I started with Nancy, and I just couldn't care about anything else after that.
It was like a game hangover.
Like I put the little like horse jumping one in the computer, and I was like, no, this is not quality.
There's no way that this is gonna beat this. Yeah.
I assume it was like a gift, I think from like a relative or something, and it was a snow day. I specifically remember because I woke up that morning. I'm like 9. It's a snow day. It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
And popped the game in and just spent the whole day in front of the computer.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Man, that is the ideal day. You cannot convince me otherwise. Do you have a top 5 Nancy Drew games?
Midnight in Salem. No particular order, but if we're doing top 5.
Yeah.
Midnight in Salem, Last Train to Balloon Canyon, Haunted Carousel are probably top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've gone as far as like narrowing out a top 5.
Okay.
And I'm midway through replaying all of them, so I'm gonna reserve judgment on the last 2.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Morgan in chat says, what is your favorite answer to why did the chicken cross the road?
Is
your face.
Is there more answers than to get to the other side? Like, are there better answers?
I'm guessing there are. I don't know if she's looking for something specific. My word. She's so silly. Oh, she also wants to know which Nancy Drew game location probably smells the best and which one smells the worst.
Worst, I'm gonna go with final scene, just in the sense of like old dusty theater. My allergies are just talking about it.
That's fair, yeah.
And I want to say Icicle Creek for best, because that's probably like a bias of knowing what like a snowy lodge with like some hot chocolate and some stuff cooking, kind of would be like a vibe. So I'm gonna go with that, but
I mean, the lodge with some salmon cooking for dinner. That sounds like so good. Oh, America she added an answer to the chicken crossing the road question with a quote from Toy Story 2, which I know because I have seen that movie approximately 34,000 times with my 3-year-olds, to get to the Owl's Toy Barn on the other side. So there you go.
I like it.
Okay, Tori says that probably Wickford Castle smells the best once Jax makes Hoshkiss her drumsticks.
Tori has like the perfect answers every time. Like she is like thought these all through in like 30 seconds.
I know. That's why she comes on every single season. I always have to have her. Charity says, which games have Nancy in the sewers? I vote all of those games worst smell.
Valid.
Totally valid. Morgan wants to know, is Nancy a vampire?
This is a longer answer than I know there's like the vampire like graphic novel-y Nancy stuff happening, and then there's like the CW show that has some like more,
it's got like the supernatural stuff.
Yes, that's the word. Yeah. And I don't, those are like the pieces of Nancy's like whole big lore that I don't like engage with as much as the other pieces. So for me, no, but I understand that there are.
Yeah. Okay. I've just remembered that FMK is a thing that I do. So we should probably do that because we've been streaming for about 40 minutes now. So, yeah, about that. Okay, so you know how this goes. And, which wheel would you like to start with?
Everybody.
It's the best wheel. It's got so many people on it. You just never know who you're gonna get. Oh, Morgan, I have no idea where Salem is. Okay. Spin. Who is your first person? Okay, so starting off with a classic, we have Hannah Gruen. Salem! He's in the window? No, he's not. No? You see a reflection of something. Oh, that's John's jacket. It's John's jacket hanging on a coat hanger. Okay, your next person is Eustacia in Drop Off. This is good. You're getting the older ladies. And finally, your last person is going to be Ollie Randall.
Okay, I'm gonna have to logic this through. I don't think I could take like Ollie in a fight, so I'm gonna go with... I feel like I don't know how to throw a punch, so Eustacia for fight. Unfortunately, I'm gonna fight the little old lady.
She says,
I
I
need
could
somebody that I'm
take
gonna...
her.
And then I would definitely marry Hannah, because then I wouldn't have to cook.
Fair.
And then that leaves... what was my...
Ollie.
my
You're
last
gonna
name?
kiss Ollie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
There
go.
you go. Yeah.
I can work with that.
I feel like marrying Hannah is a good one because she will always be there to send you snacks if you get arrested. That was a good one. Salem. I don't know where he is. Do you have hobbies outside of gaming?
Short answer, no. I have always been someone where my hobbies are very intertwined with like work or school or things like that. And so it's actually part of why I love, like last week, Caitlin Potato Parts talking about like burnout and doing things for the sake of fun, and just love that concept. So that's kind of part of what this has been for me, has been the thing that is so separated from all of that, that it's been good.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. Also, if anybody missed last week's episode, the talk on burnout was very important, and you should definitely go back and listen if you did not. If you had to personally survive a second chance, which one would you choose?
As in, I need clarity here. Is it like one that I think I could survive, or one that the outcome, like all the broken bones, like that would just be my outcome?
I'm not sure. She did not specify.
Like if I had to like manage something, like I'm thinking like the rocks in Danger on Deception Island, because I feel like I've spent enough time in like beachy areas so I could like navigate some rocks.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what would be like the least brutal one to experience. I'm actually, this is also Danger on Deception Island, but just like some kind of poison sandwich.
Poison sandwich.
Suffer through it and then get to the other side.
Yes. Well, yeah, I mean, that is an easier one because technically Nancy survives to call Bess and George. So, yeah. Morgan says you have to suffer the consequences. Okay, and then her last question for you, because she's got to go to Bible study in a moment, is what would your Punchy LaRue stage name be?
So actually, I do have an answer for this, but it's strictly because when I was like starting to make social media accounts, my friends came up with something silly for me, and it's the name of a character on Glee.
Okay.
But I'm like hesitant to actually say it because I feel like half of my social handles actually have that, but
okay,
it wouldn't be hard to guess if you know Glee. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know Glee, so I am in the dark. Celeb says, in case if there's a spot for more questions, I want to ask if you're grateful that you get to be in a lovely online communities from Nancy Drew. I always appreciate seeing you in Twitch chats. And it's funny that he says that because she literally was talking about that earlier, but I'll let her answer.
It's the coolest thing, this speed at which everybody just like open arms, like come join, be part of this. Like I literally day one, I made the account, I made a post, and Hannah from Nancy Drew Nerd and Carter were like, we're here, like we're talking to you in the comments, like we're bringing you into this. And from there, it's just everybody that I've met and engaged with has been so just wonderful. So
I say it every time. Clue Crew is a family. Charity says Rachel Berry 123.
No, but
That's
Gwyneth Paltrow.
it was a better guess than I could have come up with, so. Okay. Nancy and Taylor Swift team up. What mystery are they solving?
There's been a few like celebrity stalky threat kind of ones, like games, and the book that I referenced earlier was actually one where like they're at a rock concert and they're backstage and stuff. So I mean, figuring out, who's trying to sabotage the Roomba that Taylor sits on the stage.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the case.
Got my milkshake, y'all.
Hi, everyone.
This is a good husband, in case anyone was curious.
Take note.
Here we go.
Does it have the cherry? I don't see it.
I don't see a cherry either. That's okay. America says, ooh, I can't remember her name, but excellent Glee character choice. Nancy Drew, Scooter Braun in the Stolen Records. Oh! Wow.
Gotta go write me some fan fiction after this.
Charity says, hey John, can you keep it down back there?
What was that?
Did you hear that?
No.
Charity said, keep it down back there, John. You're too loud. I don't know.
Oh, that's Charity.
What?
That's Charity?
This is Holly.
They're all the same.
No, they're not.
Their names both end with a Y.
Okay, Charity is the one who I made an earth sandwich with. Do you recall that? That was years ago, wasn't it, Charity? We did that so long ago. Yeah, anyway. It's not too terribly often that I have the same people on more than once, unless, of course, they are Tori or Morgan. Have I ever had any other people on twice? I think it was just Tori and Morgan, right? I don't know. No, Kalina. I've had Kalina on many times because I love her. Okay, well, that was a great answer to the Taylor question. There's another Taylor question. What Taylor Swift song is Nancy Drew's personal anthem?
Well, the very first post I ever made on the account, which has like probably 5 or 6 likes, and I know like one of them was Carter, because I got really excited because I was like, oh my gosh, this person saw it and people know who this person is. Like, and then I actually talked to Carter and he was super friendly, but
oh, he's the best.
It was like that like internet celebrity moment where I'm like, people in the Nancy community know this person. So anyway, starstruck.
I just went back and found it and liked it, by the way.
Everybody's gonna go look at it now. It was it was me on my iPad, like scribbling out like every song that could possibly relate to the scenario that I envisioned in my head, and then like marking the top picks, and like it was a whole thing. Anyway,
yeah.
So if you really want to see a breakdown, that's a good starting place. But ultimately, I've always come back to the Bolter, which was not part of that one, but the Bolter Off Tortured Poets, I wouldn't say not super well known, but like not like a single or anything. And this is actually this is your preview of my Songs as Games thing, which is basically that the song itself is more so about people who kind of jump around between relationships, like, but I sort of see a very strong parallel with Nancy just kind of jumping between places and never quite being at home or being around or running away. Like, not running away per se, but jumping onto airplanes without telling your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those things.
Mm-hmm. Morgan says, isn't there a song like, "This is why we can't have nice things"? And yes, there is. It's a great song. Oh my
We can have
goodness.
nice things. We can have pocket butter.
We can have pocket butter. Okay, so I just went back on your profile and I was like, when did I start liking these posts? Because most of the first ones, like, I hadn't liked, so I guess I hadn't been following you yet. And I found where I found you, and it makes perfect sense of why I started following you immediately after this. Because you started posting Frasier Nancy Drew memes. And yes, that is when I start seeing hearts on your posts. So I was like, oh, I've got to follow this girl. This girl knows what's up.
I love 90s TV.
Me too.
It's very comforting and familiar, and I've seen all of them 100 times, and I just start them over.
I do the same
and
thing.
At that point, I was trying to, like, come up with, like, what can I, like, turn into a meme, and so that's what I was watching.
Oh man, Frasier is my top #1 favorite 90s sitcom. It's perfect.
I'm going through Friends right now, which is the obvious choice, but
but not for me. Oh my god. Okay, Morgan says, okay, but Alanis Morissette has that one song, "I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a high five, but it's butter in my pocket." Holly, help me write it. You guys have multiple collabs to do after this.
Clearly, yeah. I was in a bit of a content drought, but I'm good. I'm sad.
This is all you needed, was to talk to Morgan. Oh my goodness. No, seriously, every time I need help figuring out content, I immediately text Morgan. And there we go. She is the content queen. Literally love her. Do you have a dream job?
Dream job. I don't want to be, like, obnoxious and say, like, what I'm doing. But it kind of is, in that I learned somewhere along the way that it's less about what I'm doing and more about the kind of balance that I'm able to achieve while I'm doing it.
Oh, that's totally fair.
Yeah, like because right now the job that I have, I like what I do, and I don't have to spend my evenings, like, biting my nails about the next day kind of thing. So that's
what do you do currently? Can you talk about your job?
Yeah. I do data analytics and visualization, which are big words that mean that I make those graphs like I post. And then I use work resources to make Nancy meet. No. If you're watching, no, I don't.
Redacted.
But yeah, no, I take numbers and make them look pretty.
More power to you. I love that. And you like it? Good for
Love
you.
It.
I love that. That's all I want to hear. Do you have a dream vacation?
I have wanted to go to New Orleans for a while now.
Wow. Okay. Specific.
It's probably since like high school that I've wanted to like experience that. Like it's just been on my list. I would say it's partly influenced by Nancy, but also just in general, like just something that I've wanted to just be in the middle of like that experience. And,
like Mardi Gras or just like in general?
yeah, like it's like one of those things I want to do once. Like I will probably not be my seat at all, but I want to say that I did it.
Yeah. Go for it. I feel like it's a pretty achievable like dream vacation. I mean, I know you're not in the same country, but like Louisiana isn't like that crazy.
I've traveled a bit around the States. It tends to be, well, if I'm being honest, it tends to be when Taylor Swift is performing and I could get tickets.
I see nothing wrong with this.
But or like conferences and stuff for work.
Oh,
so it's kind of dictated by like what I'm doing. But if I was just to go somewhere for the sake of going, then I would like to go to New Orleans.
That's really cool. Yeah. I love that. Morgan says, I just want to hang out with Holly. And then in reference to me texting her, she says, I come up with the dumbest thing alive and she likes it. She says, I have a data analytics task for you. I totally can speak. The amount of happiness Sleuthy has in relation to how many animals are in a Nancy Drew game.
I will chart that. I will sit down and I will plot that on a graph.
I love that. You need to make a list. I hope you're writing these things down. I know.
Like, there's a lot of homework. I gotta go put butter in my pocket. I gotta, like...
Oh my gosh. You know the meme that's just like Arthur making a fist? Do you know that one? Like, what if it's that, but it's like your hand and you're just sticking butter in your pocket?
So now my personality traits are likes Taylor Swift, really like oddly obsessed with Frank Hardy, and pocket butter. This is my brand.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be me, who's the booty girl. Anyway. Oh, hello. Jordan is here. She had to come in right at that moment. That was probably lovely to hear about. Okay, okay, you've kind of touched on this a little bit, if I'm assuming that this is what your answer will be. Any content that you're excited about making?
The
Yeah.
I keep calling it a murder board. It's not, but that's what it's like termed.
Yeah.
Like the this goes to this, which goes to that.
Yeah. The with the red string and yeah.
I've done it on the iPad, but I briefly considered like getting string and just printing stuff out and staking it on the wall and just being like, and then look over here.
I have done that. I've done it multiple times, in fact. And the red string makes it so much better. Do you guys remember my Spilling the Tea season 2 trailer? I think it was season 2. Or was it season 3? Did I do it twice? I forget. I did that. I printed out pictures of all my guests and then I connected them. and I had Easter eggs that no one ever figured out. I was so disappointed. Yeah, anyway, so people are probably gonna go back and watch that video and be like, what did I miss? And I'm so telling you, you missed 3 things. Yeah, I love doing the string and the theories and yeah. That was fun. The twins remember it. Yes. It was a good time. By the way, you're safe from Morgan now. She is going to Bible study. What inspired your page? Sorry. Total non sequitur there.
That was just me making like a sigh. It was not an answer. I think it was a combination of I wanted like an outlet to just like talk fandom, and it was not Nancy. Like that's why my handle is not like Nancy specific, because it was just gonna be like Muppets and like just all the things that I just the weird things that go through my head, because like I hadn't done like fandom internet since like teenager days.
Are we talking like 2012 Tumblr?
We absolutely are.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so it was just like I'd followed like Hannah, Nancy Jr. like for like quite a while on like just my normal socials, and then one day I was like, what if I just say stuff on the internet?
We're all already doing it. Love it. Well, I love your page. It was so fun. Also, Muppet content, I'm intrigued. I love Muppets. In fact, I love Muppets so much. I would love to see some Muppet content. Like, bring it on.
I have I don't know if you've ever seen that shirt that says "I appreciate the Muppets on a deeper level than you."
That's great.
It makes the rounds every so often online, and that's.
I love that.
I feel like we're in the same boat where we could both have that just deep Muppet vibes. But
yes.
Let's
talk about the Muppets.
Short answer, I once drove from where I am in Canada to New York State to go on a tour themed around like locations from the Muppet movie.
Oh my god! That's incredible.
And then I got a picture with like the Kermit the Frog puppet.
He's a celebrity.
It's my favorite thing to brag about, honestly, like just.
Wow, so I've met Lilo, but she's met Kermit. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite Muppet?
Piggy, like just the sass, the attitude, like just the vibes. There's I did Last Train as Muppets at one point on my page, and I gave Lori Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Strictly because the outfits were so close together, like just visually. But I feel like Piggy's got a little more spunk.
I'm going back on your profile right now because I can't remember this. Where would that have been?
It's one of those ones where I remember like at like 2 a.m. doing, just being like, I have an idea.
Where is that? Oh, wait, here it is. Oh my god. Oh, I already liked it. I have seen this. Wait, this is great. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lori is Miss Piggy. Tino is Johnny. Charlena is Zelda. John is Dr. Honeydew. Frank is Sam. Oh, Joe is Gonzo. That's fair. Man, that is good. We need more content like that, please. Thank you. Awesome. Have you seen the stuff where people are talking about like I'll have to hold on. I think I just sent it to my sister so I can find it really really quickly. But basically here it is. Here it is. One time, they couldn't figure out why Kermit's audio was so garbage. They realized they put the mic on him instead of the performer. Like, the Muppets are so real. Oh my god.
I was like deeply overwhelmed meeting like an inanimate puppet. Like there was nobody performing it at that point. It was just the physical puppet, and I was like a little emotional. So yeah, they're real.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh, this one person commented on this and said I did an interview with Gonzo one time, and when I got into the Zoom call, it was the actor on the screen trying to figure out his audio, and then once he did, he went like, okay, and then just dove to the floor, and it was Gonzo, and there was never a moment where I doubted this dude was just Gonzo's tech guy. So good. So good. Man, I love the Muppets. Okay, yes, I have many appreciations for this conversation. Okay. Back to business. Where is business? Here it is. Who are your favorite creators?
Everybody, all of you guys.
Cop out.
I feel a deep like connection to Liv's content. I feel like we run on the same like wavelength. So
She's great.
She's up there for me for sure. You know, there's cool like meme Instagram accounts, and then you've got all these streamers, and like I can just start rattling off names, but I love all of you guys.
Oh, such a sweet and safe answer. Now, who's your least favorite? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I'd be like, okay, and that was Spilling the Tea with Susie. We'll see you next week. Bye.
and go.
No members only content this week. Thanks, guys. Alright, next question is there still snow?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I sent Morgan a video earlier because the spring quiz was today, and I was like, spring. I had such a great time just watching it because the spring vibes, and then I look out my window and I sent Morgan a video of the snow just coming down.
It's snowing currently?
Yeah, today it snowed quite a bit.
I'm so sorry. So when does spring hit for your area?
Well, this is probably this is the end of it. Like, this
Okay.
is the tail end of it for sure.
Yeah.
And it is the point in the season where I do not want to shovel anymore.
Fair. Yeah.
Over it.
That's so fair. Oh my goodness. Like, we have the occasional March snow in my area. It's not too terribly often. We usually finish it up in February, and then like March is just like disgusting. Like, it's gray and it's windy, you know. But like, there's usually no snow. Usually. This year, because the weather just cannot be.
About snow?
Yeah, it snowed today.
Where does she live?
In Canada.
It's March. No snow. Snow is not real. No.
Oh, stop. I don't remember where I was going with that. Anyway, next question. Okay, here's a fun one. Keep, burn, sell, Shadow Ranch, Ma and Pa's store, Beach Hill Museum. This is a tough.
I have to burn one of those.
Yes. You're an arsonist. You're burning it to the ground. It will not be
Ethically,
rebuilt.
keep the museum.
Okay.
I don't feel like I can burn down Pa's store. Like, I can't do it.
Ugh. Can you put the milkshake in the fridge for me? Oh, he doesn't want to be with me.
Huh?
He doesn't want to be with me.
He wants to be outside chasing that moth. Idiot.
Here.
There you go.
I have GD. I can't have that.
So, keep the museum, sell Pa's store, because burning it just seems exceptionally cruel, which leaves me with burning Shadow Ranch, and I'm sorry.
Dang, there's horses that live there.
No, because Liv has, if you watch the Valentine's quiz where like Tex like runs out to like save the animals, there's a whole backstory and then he ends up falling in love as a result of it. Go watch the quiz.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one. I feel like I've seen that one. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention.
I think it was like a fox attack, but we can on the chicken coop, but we can extend that to if there was a fire, he would like run in and save everybody. So we're good.
I see. Just not the building. Okay.
Win some, you lose some.
Win some, lose some, obviously. Okay, well, next question is road trip. These are my favorites. Map, snacks, plural, or aux. Who's got 'em? Your choices are Dylan Carter, Joanna Riggs, and Holt Scotto.
I don't want to listen to any of their musical choices. I don't feel like there'd be a lot of overlap there. I trust Holt with the map.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna put Joanna on the aux cord.
Okay.
Better odds of me having some overlapping taste there, but probably still doubt it. And that leaves Dylan with the snacks.
Okay. I feel like you forgot entirely that Dylan is a tour guide and would probably be excellent with a map.
Okay, that is true, but I'm thinking like Holt's got his like years of like.
Oh, he does give us a
living- Yeah,
GPS. He
like
knows
that's...
how to use a. He knows how to use GPS, so he probably knows how to use a map, right?
that. Also, I like literally just replayed Deception Island not that long ago, so to me, he's like I trust that man.
Solid. No, he seems like. I mean, he's like a fisherman, so he obviously knows his way around water, which I can
Probably
imagine.
doesn't translate to roadway.
If you can find your way around water, you're probably gonna do well on land. But also he's running for office, which means that he has a good head on his shoulders, right? Right? I always picture Dylan post-concussion, so that's why I wouldn't give him the map. You know, I didn't think of that. I picture him sitting there asking me to travel the world with him. And if I don't look at his spindly little arms, then I might just take him up on it. Oh, of course, the age-old question. Who is your Nancy Drew crush?
If there's anybody who doesn't know the answer,
I think
here is
maybe
no, I'm kidding.
we're just trying to get you to say it.
I said this once in like, I don't know if it's a chat with Liv or something, but like childhood, like, and it was very much the Frank Hardy from the crossovers in the Girl Detective series that like bedded itself in my brain. So it's one of those things I don't have like a rationale. I just have a my childhood brain settled on this, and it is now forever decided.
I see nothing wrong with that. Tori says it's Ned, right? Oh no. What do you think Nancy Drew game 35 will be like?
This is the part where I admit that I still haven't played 34. Which I told this to Liv, and I said, I was like, I'm gonna play it before I go on the stream with Susie. And then I didn't.
It's okay.
I have a deep attachment to Mid, as you know.
Yes.
And I don't know, I think I was like struggling with like I read too many reviews. I read too many reviews of Key. I read too many like opinions, and it's in my head, and I need to get to a place where I can just like go in blind.
Yeah.
And I'm not there.
You should not have read the reviews. Come here. Salem, come here. Well, let me give you my opinion. I think everybody should play every Nancy Drew game anyway. Even if it's a terrible, like, sucktastic game, I think that it should be played because it is a Nancy Drew game and it is a gem.
Well, they all build on the lore, right? You gotta get all the backstory.
Yeah. Exactly. I feel like your least favorite part of Key will probably be just the sheer lack of Frank content.
That's my whole rationale right there. Yeah. Actually, I just wasn't gonna admit to it on stream.
There's not really a lot of Frank. Like, I think you text them and you call them, but it's like not enough. But you'll see when you eventually play the game. You really can't call anybody enough. So it's really quite depressing. Jordan says that's the correct opinion. Oh my word. Oh, you know what? We should do another FMK. Do you want to do the same wheel with everybody?
Sure.
Let's do it. It's a good wheel. Okay. So your first choice is Magnus. There we go, come on. And your next choice is, okay, Hal Tanaka. And finally, oh, going back to C, we have Dagny.
Okay. I do not want to fight Hal. Let's just get that one.
Okay.
I'm going by process of elimination here.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to marry Dagny. Let's just put that out there. And
She's
so
cool.
That would leave me with kissing Hal because I don't want to fight him, which leaves me with fighting Magnus, which
It's not better, but
it's not.
It's not. But whatever rationale you have. That's great. Oh, Charity said, for what it's worth, I enjoyed Key a lot. Some similarities to the better parts of Mid. So there you go.
You guys are gonna like, I don't want to say bully me into it in like a bad way, but like gently push me to doing something that I should be doing.
We're going to physically hurt you.
Show up at my house, the Clue Crew, just surround, sit down.
We're gonna, like, make sure that you're focused and you're gonna play this game. No. We're so loving in the Clue Crew. It's, like, silly to make jokes like this.
And that's kind of the cool part is, like, some of the streamers, like, this is their first playthrough, and, like, I consider them, like, everybody considers them part of, like, the Nancy kind of community, and they didn't, like, grow up on the books or the games or anything. This is their first dive into it, and, like, I've never met a fandom that wasn't, like, a little gatekeepy about, like, you know, how long have you been around? Do you know every single detail? Like, we just kind of, we're like, you do your thing.
Yeah. No, I love watching streamers who have never played the games because that's so much fun, like, to see their reactions to something that I love. Like, who wouldn't want that? Charity says, nothing wrong with gentle encouragement, but also nothing wrong with taking the time you need. Absolutely. That is absolutely true. I have something to add with that. So I don't often get the chance to listen to music. I live in a city, so I don't really take long drives anywhere. I don't put on music and listen to it in the car, you know, and, I have a child, so I'm not really listening to a lot of music, like, for me around my child. And same goes for, like, reading. I do not get a chance to, like, sit down and read a book. So if I ever have a chance to listen to something, I'm listening to an audiobook because that's the only way I'm going to get any reading in. So all that being said, this is all context for this little confession. I have, like, a really bad habit of not listening to Taylor Swift albums when they come out. And sometimes I just don't feel ready, and other times I'm like, I just don't have the time, but usually I'm just like, I just don't feel ready for this. Even if I have the time, I'm gonna listen to an audiobook instead. And I just take the time that I need, and then I come to Taylor Swift when I need her. And she's always there. And that's how it is for Nancy, okay? You do not have to play Nancy immediately or in, like, a quick session. Nancy's always there for you because she is a PC game. And it's not that serious.
That was kind of the beauty of, like, mid, though, for me. Like, the timing of it was, like, I bought it 3 times, and it was the third time that it actually worked.
Third time's a
and
charm.
that was when I needed it, so.
Yeah, no, that's so wonderful. I love that. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, next question is, who would be your Nancy Drew world bestie?
My answers tend to go with, like, the recurring characters, just because, like, the books, the games, like, they're kind of present, so they're most present in my head, but I'm trying to branch out and think through, like, out of the games I've just played, who I would vibe with.
Are you going in order?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
Ingrid reminds me from Haunted Carousel a lot of one of my like, real life friends. I know she's a bit of a interesting character, but
I love her.
she's like she's a little to the point.
Yes.
Like and that definitely gives me vibes of one of my real life friends, so I'm gonna go with her.
I love that answer. I love Ingrid. I think she's wonderful. Sure, she's a little crunchy, but, like, that's awesome. Good for her. I love that for her. I have, in fact, quoted Ingrid to my brides at work. Like, of course, not telling them that I'm quoting a Nancy Drew game, but in my line of work, women are buying their wedding dress and often get really like stuck in a rut of like, this is what I saw on Pinterest, this is what I thought I would like, but I don't seem to like it, I seem to like something else. And I have literally told brides, you know, you've got to keep an open mind with these things, because one open mind sees more than two open eyes.
I love
And
that.
like the response is always like, you're right.
I feel like Ingrid is like very like blunt in that she will like she'll read you, like she will tell you what she's seeing with what's going on with you, and that's like that's something to do with a friend. Like just give it to me straight. So.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. Do you have a favorite Hardy Boy book?
My favorites are always the crossovers. Like I don't know if that counts or not, but I bought just recently. I found a huge collection of Hardy Boys case files.
Oh, that's so good.
Which, yes, I have honestly not spent a lot of time in that series. Like I've read the equivalent Nancy series and the crossovers, but haven't spent time in that section of the Hardy Boy publications.
Yeah.
So, like Crime for Christmas, like all the ones that are like coming to mind for me are definitely crossovers.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly like so excited. It was the thing I showed you that night. I think I posted in my story, but I literally like flipped open a book and the first book was just Joe saying cheeseburger.
Yes.
So I'm excited to dive into those ones and really get into like the.
Oh, that's
the
gonna be
lore.
so fun. You need to do like a real series of like reviewing them or something. That would be really fun. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So this next question is favorite Nancy Drew merch. And you literally just today posted a reel showing off your favorite like Nancy Drew things. So let's talk about your favorite Nancy Drew merch.
I just love the audio that I used for that one. Like that's one of those reels that I watch and I'm like that was funny.
It was perfect. I watched it several times in a row.
Like I've got a little bit of everything. I don't have a ton of like merch in terms of like fan-made merch, which I'm trying to get my hands on like more of that stuff because you guys are making some amazing stuff, but also shipping to Canada.
Oh, I know. I felt so bad when you bought from Lemon Pepper Creations. I was like, what? That's cost me how much? That's so bad. Oh.
I've got a couple of like pretty old Nancy's.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ones that have like the little disclaimer they were printed during like the war, and you can see like how bad the paper aged because they were on that like less quality paper.
Yeah.
I've got a couple with like illustrations, like some older ones that I'm pretty, you know.
Wow, that's so cool.
Prized possession kind of thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get my belly situated. I was definitely having like a Braxton Hicks contraction like a few minutes ago. Let's just ignore that. Any other fun things? You have the board game, I think? Yes, I saw that.
There's a Nancy game and a Hardy Boys game from like that tie into like the original books. I have both of those. I do not, but still on the hunt for it's the book or it's the game that ties into the 70s TV show.
Oh, I love the 70s TV show.
There's I don't remember what the game's called, but there's the same idea, like one of those like straightforward kind of board games that ties in, and that's on my list. And then I've got a couple of more modern ones. There's one where you are a Nancy Drew book collector. Like you're supposed to like trade for like rare editions of Nancy books or something, and it's fun. But
so you were like, is this real life?
it's
love that. Do you have like dream Nancy Drew merch? Like if you could own anything, what would it be?
I love having like all the different covers and all the different like the span of the like the original 56 Nancy's are like where I started.
Yeah.
At Christmas time this year, I broke down and started like actually like fully collecting like all of the series, not just like reading them and then getting them from the library or whatever. Like I am like I'm running out of space now.
Oh no. That's so cool though. Which game is your aesthetic?
I explained this to Carter one time because I was trying to explain where like the place that I'm from, and I was like, it's Danger on Deception Island meets White Wolf of Icicle Creek.
Oh, that's cool.
That is like my like where I'm from, location, like kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like my aesthetic, like my like I don't know, style or whatever, but like that's where I identify as a game aesthetic.
Yeah. That's a really fun answer. I absolutely love Iris's answer to dream merch. She wants to own the monolith. That's so good.
I need a lot of space.
Yeah. Okay, inspired by Carter's replay order post, how do you like to play the games?
I am loving the there was one that was like bingo, right? Like it was just like trying to get as many, because the streamers that have like the bingo in their chats, or like the ones where you can like print cards and stuff, like it's so much fun.
It is
because
so
they're always
fun.
just like the most like randomest things. Like you get pocket butter on a bingo card. Where else are you gonna find that?
Gotta have the pocket butter. That's been tonight's theme.
That to my like description
is pocket butter. Can you please? Oh my gosh, y'all can visit my monolith garden. Don't even worry. So cute. Are you much of a reader outside of Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys?
Trying to be more of, have time to be more of lately, I find. I was not for, like, I was like, I read everything when I was younger, like Nancy Drew, but also just anything at the library.
Yeah.
And then I find it's that thing where, like, you're in school, you're reading for school, you're reading textbooks, you're reading papers, you're reading, like, there's so much reading that you don't have time to read for fun.
Yeah.
And I got out of the habit, but I'm finally getting back into it.
That's so good. Oh, I love to hear that. Have you read anything lately, or?
What was that? I just finished the last thing he told me. Or is that the one that came before? The night. It's some like vague title about like the night we lost him, or anyway, it's something like that. It was really good. I really liked it, but I can't remember what it's called.
She loves it. I don't know what you guys are saying. That's so funny. Okay, now we have reached our last question, and then we will do some FMK, and we will finish for the evening. What is your Nancy Drew hot take?
My the hot take I would like to see would be like a Francie kind of situation, but the accurate hot take is simply that Nancy needs to go to therapy, which isn't. Whoever said
That's
that
not
the
a hot
first
take.
time, I was like, that's it. That is the one. That is the thing.
That's the truth. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, so good. Wait, do you remember, I was doing that series of reels where I was, like, pretending to be Nancy if she was an influencer, and I was, like, putting on my makeup and talking. And there was one where I had Nancy be like, therapy, but then I put a little blurb on the bottom, and I was like, something that she has never considered in her life.
Yeah, girl just need to talk through a few things.
Yeah, you know. I stopped doing that series, not because I don't love it, I do intend to finish it, but just because I just feel like it would be wrong for Nancy to look like this. Like...
Just green screen that out.
Yeah, you know. I just feel like that's wrong. Okay. FMK, what wheel do you want?
Everybody?
The best wheel. Oh, this has been such a fun episode. Let's see. Our first person is going to be Lewis Chandler. Starting off so strong. Next we have... Okay, we have Niobe. Come on, Wheel, you can do it. And finally, Enrico. So we've got Lewis, Niobe, and Enrico.
I would like to go in the exact order in which they appeared. So, FMK, like, just straight. That they came up in the right order.
There you go. All right. That's so funny. I don't think that's ever happened. People are usually like switching things around. That's so great. Man, this has been so much fun. Sorry, excuse me. So that is all the content that I have for you guys this evening. Unless, of course, you are a member of my channel. If you are, then you're going to get to see the content that happens after I stop recording. So, immediate hands for Enrico. That's so great. So I've talked about it a little bit in my story, and I've been trying to kind of get the word out, that if you guys do join my channel on YouTube, which I have 2 tiers, I think it's either $2.99 a month or $4.99 a month, you get extra Spilling the Tea content, which means you get to hear extra stories, extra games, extra fun things. So, yes, that is, and also just I post other, member-only content as well, but the members, they get the extra tea content as well. So, that is, if that is something that you're interested in, go ahead and check that out on my channel. I promise I'm super fun, and also when I go on my maternity leave, I will still be making content for my members, to kind of like keep everybody updated with how things are going. And everything else that is going to be posted is in fact going to be pre-recorded. I am working on it all currently. So, the members are going to get a little insight into my life, which they already do. Holly can tell you. Yeah, so thank you so much anyway for anyone who is subscribed and for anybody who is a member. You guys are amazing and awesome, and I love you all. And Holly, thank you so much for joining me for the show. This has been so much fun. Do you have any parting words for us?
Ooh, pressure. There is apparently a lot of content with me and Morgan coming shortly, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes! Oh my gosh. I want to see every single thing that was talked about tonight come to fruition. Please. That's gonna be so good. Alright, everybody. thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week. Who is my guest next week? It's somebody so cool. Is it America? Okay.
Pretty sure.
I feel like you're right. I just don't want to be wrong. It's America, guys. Next week we will be talking to America, also known as Pious Private Eye, Friday, April 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be amazing. She's amazing, and also she is kicking off her cystic fibrosis fundraiser that week, so it's going to be a big deal. Make sure that you guys follow her and participate. It's going to be amazing. All right. So, that being said, thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you next time. Goodbye.